It's all covered in today's China Truths.
My husband is 36 years old, and yesterday he walked through the door after losing his job, coming home at midnight like a man suddenly aged decades. He looks almost 40, and we are drowning in 600,000 yuan of debt with 2 little boys, 6 and 5, depending on us. I suddenly realized that 10 years of nonstop grinding led to nothing but a dead end. She spent more than a decade in the copper industry, no social security, no holidays, no compensation. Now it feels like we're right back at zero, facing monthly expenses that keep rising. What are we supposed to do next? You know, the feeling darkness, uncertainty, a single light flickering somewhere in the distance. I saw a girl sitting alone for a long time. She needed only 8 yuan for a meal. I didn't have small change, so I gave her 10 and told her to keep the rest. It made me strangely happy, maybe because helping her made me feel human again. I wonder how many graduates of the class of 25 still don't have jobs. What are they doing? How do they survive? Aren't they anxious? I'm falling apart myself. I can't find work. I wake up at night to eat something, then stare at my phone or scroll through old photos just to calm down. But maybe this is just how things are now. When there's no job to find, you slowly let go. China's economy keeps falling, and the job market is collapsing. The phrase, "can't afford to go to work," went viral because people realized it's true. You spend money to go to a job that often doesn't even pay. Even graduates from top universities have become helpless shadows caught in an economy squeezing them dry. I can't do it anymore. I'm falling apart in Taiwan. At home, I eat whatever I can piece together, sometimes 4 small meals, sometimes nothing. I have no money, yet burdens pile up. We came here to work, but I haven't been paid in over 7 months. Anxiety stalks me every day. Sometimes I sit in the car just to breathe. I can't sleep. My mind keeps spinning. Don't envy the young, many are drowning quietly. People in Jilin, in Songyuan, in the aftermath of the Sidao Kangshan case, everywhere people are suffering. Rumors swirl, hundreds dead, arrests, disappearances. Suspicion hangs over cities like fog. It shakes me because society feels merciless now. Look at people who once worked hard, opened shops, tried to build something they ended up closing down and fading away. Their suffering is buried beneath silence. If life were even a little easier, who would willingly fall into this despair? Don't let careless comments break someone already holding on by a thread. China's economy is collapsing, industries shrinking, factories slashing wages, layoffs everywhere, unpaid salaries piling up. Some can't even afford food. Survival itself has become a battle. Under political pressure and economic suffocation, people now think only of staying healthy, staying alive, lasting one more year. Darkness is everywhere. Even street stalls, once a golden opportunity, are dying. I watched Hangzhou's stall economy go from gold on every corner to sorrow on every street. Stall owner groups online are filled with people selling off their equipment, giving up. I feel like I'm next. Our company promised to pay on the 15th, October 15th, but nothing came. I saw 4 elderly men wandering in their thin clothes, faces tired and empty. One uncle told me he hadn't found work all day. He was over 60 and hadn't eaten anything. Someone handed them eggs. It was a death anniversary, and the atmosphere felt just as heavy. This vegetable market is the place I know best. I haven't been paid. I sit here day after day, losing track of time, sleeping through stress. I keep wondering how an honest industry ends up like this. Why does hard work never pay off? It's unbearable. Meanwhile, DD Company proudly runs unmanned driving tests in Guangzhou, while millions can't even afford a meal. I lost my acting job too. My filming dates were set, then suddenly replaced by someone else. In this industry, someone can take your job in a second. The competition is brutal. People think actors live glamorous lives, but most of us face days with no food, no roles, no income. If you don't film, you earn nothing. Celebrities might survive off 1 project a year, but real actors live day to day. Right now, I'm standing in Los Angeles airport. Behind me, Starbucks is full and buzzing. Meanwhile, in China, Starbucks stores close one after another. The contrast hits hard. It's like 2 completely different worlds. Office workers sigh in despair. If you don't work, you're hungry and broke. But if you do work, you're still hungry, still broke, and even more exhausted. Misery doubles either way. Many say that working actually makes them poorer. Cosmetics empty out faster, makeup remover runs out, new clothes must be bought just to look professional. Breakfast costs 5 yuan, lunch 20, dinner 15, and after rent and utilities, all they can say is, "Oh my God, why does working feel like a punishment instead of progress?" Even the tiniest indulgence now feels like a luxury. Meanwhile, China's economy keeps sliding downward, job opportunities shrink day by day, yet the number of graduates keeps soaring, hitting a record 12.22 million. Even top-tier students from 985 and R21 universities find themselves trapped in endless job hunts. One student said she couldn't get hired in her own major. Her cousin, once a rising talent in a prestigious field, was laid off after 3 years due to company troubles. She sent out hundreds of resumes 2 months later. Still no job, no interview, no hope. Another blogger, 35 years old, confessed he has worked only 2 months this entire year and has zero income, no house, no car, no partner, just a year of knocking on doors that never open. Middle age, he realized, isn't just a number. It's a label that shuts him out of the job market. Every time he opens a recruitment app, the system pushes only delivery jobs, courier work, security, basic sales, or DD driving. That's all the algorithm thinks a 3-5-year-old can do. "Hello everyone, I am Shu Chao's Hao, a delivery driver," he says. His video from November 17 got almost no orders. The system went cold. He apologizes, blaming himself. "I'm old. I can't grab orders fast enough. The platform doesn't send me any. I don't have enough accounts or levels. I can't get up at 6 a.m. for breakfast deliveries. I'm scared of the online competition. I'm unfamiliar with the business district." But deep down he knows it isn't just him. It's the platform, the economy, the flood of desperate workers entering the same field. Outside, some couriers brag about making 700-800 yuan a day. A few claim they earned 1 million in 3 years. And now delivery work attracts everyone. 985 graduates, entrepreneurs who failed, bankrupt bosses, even retired aunties. If you can't find a job, they say, just deliver food, join the front line. At least you can eat and make money. Some even dream of becoming a team captain someday in this industry, they say. The heat never stops rising. But in other cities, the picture is even darker. "What is happening in Changchun now?" a homeless man asks. "Hello everyone, I'm sleeping under a bridge. Friends in Shenzhen, does anyone know where I can get a free meal?" That's how desperate things have become. Free food has become a survival strategy. Today's China feels like a tightening cage. Speech is restricted, the economy is falling apart, and crises erupt everywhere. Anti-pandemic measures, layoffs, supply chain failures. Analysts now say these aren't isolated events, but signs of a nationwide economic collapse. Young people can't find work. Their unemployment is becoming their destiny. Waves of people leaving the country, waves of people jobless at home, it's all connected. In Guangxi's Beihai City, a man drove his car straight into the municipal government building. Authorities quickly shut down the local internet to contain the news. Days later, in Shenzhen, Yilisheng Technology Co., Limited, erupted into a massive strike. 3,000 frontline workers walked off the job. The company enforced harsh pandemic controls and rigid 5-day, 8-hour schedules, slashing incomes so low that workers simply couldn't survive. The strike lasted for days and revealed a harsh truth. Chinese manufacturing workers today are at their breaking point. Analysts warn that Xi Jinping's recent hardline policies, wolf warrior diplomacy, the state pushing out the private sector have pushed China to the edge of economic collapse. On the surface, society looks calm, but underneath, it's boiling with anger, frustration, and fear. And the real crisis isn't just financial depression, it's the disappearance of hope itself. A society collapses not when money runs out, but when dreams die. China is sinking into its deepest economic downturn in decades. Foreign corporations are pulling out one after another, shutting down entire operations and withdrawing billions in capital overnight. Once booming industrial zones now stand half empty, with factories padlocked and production lines frozen in silence. Tens of millions of workers are being pushed into unemployment, left wandering cities with no income and no future. Even giant suppliers for global brands have halted operations, unable to survive, collapsing demand and rising political risk. Small businesses have vanished from the streets, replaced by foreclosure notices and deserted shopfronts. A nation once fueled by rapid growth is now overwhelmed by shutdowns, layoffs, and fear. Across China, the human cost of the downturn is becoming unbearable. Families are skipping meals to save money, young graduates roam from city to city, unable to find a single job, and middle-aged workers watch their livelihoods evaporate overnight. In manufacturing hubs, former assembly line workers now sleep in train stations or under bridges after factories closed without paying wages. Rural households fall deeper into debt as remittances from migrant workers disappear. Social media is flooded with cries for help, yet censorship erases their voices in minutes. People say survival, not prosperity, has become the new national goal. Hunger, despair, and hopelessness now define the daily reality for millions.
Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. We will keep reporting on the COVID surge in China, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell to get the latest videos. And thank you for tuning in.